welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here, and I'm your host. I've been that for almost 3 years. We're just coming up on the 3-year anniversary in a couple days of Milton Daily Homes. More than 1 million people have seen this site, and it's pretty amazing. It's a fun thing to be a part of, and I want to thank you for watching. We have a buyer class coming up this Wednesday, so if you want to learn more about the buying process, what we did was we put together people that had more than 100 years of experience in the housing industry, lawyer, home inspector, mortgage rep, myself, financial planner. We put all of our best information together, compressed it into about 2 hours, and we talk about how to get free money from the government to buy your first house up to $10,000 or more, talk about what to look for at a home inspection, what are all the hidden costs, the steps involved. So it's a really good program, and I'd encourage you to sign up for it just over there. And there's no cost to attend, and what we ask is you just bring a generous food bank donation, because there are people that definitely need that. So let's start today's list off with the first one. It's all in town. There's nothing out in the rural section. So we've got Holly is at $399, and so what we're looking at here is a home that was listed for a couple months in the $4s, $420, that kind of thing. And on paper, it's not bad. Like, if you look at it, they've got some new flooring here. They've got some moldings. The furniture doesn't add much to the space, but it's not bad. The kitchen is a pretty good size for a back split. It's on a 35 by 120 foot lot. I actually think they're pretty competitive at $399. They have some finished space downstairs. The only thing is Holly could be a bit busy. I mean, that's really one of the only roads that you can get into the subdivision through, all the way from Thompson to Ontario. So let's see what happens. I think they're gonna get definitely more activity. It's a completely different price range under $400 compared to over $400. Megson Terrace is $469. It's a semi-detached. Finished basements, what we're looking at is basically 2,200 square feet, including about 450 in the basement. So the home itself is probably 1,800 square feet. Plus that basement, semi-detached, hardwood floors, maybe. I mean, we've definitely seen signs in the market that some people are getting more than $450 for these homes. I don't know if I always agree with it, but in certain circumstances it does make sense. So Dalglish is $597,300. And it's got to be one of the most interesting homes that we've seen in Daily Homes in the month of February. I mean, it's a fantastic home, 2,700 square feet. We're talking major professional decoration here. I mean, you can see the quality of these photos is absolutely exceptional. The moldings, the trims, the baseboards, all those kind of things have been meticulously kept. You've got a hardwood floor. That's a very classic color. It's something that doesn't go out of style. Smooth ceilings. You've got great upgrades inside here. So, and you've got a little loft space above the garage. So it's not an especially huge property, but the house itself is amazing. And then on top of that, you've got this whole finished basement. So I have a feeling this home is not going to last very long. So a little nook. I'm not sure where that is, if it's up on the second floor, if it's above the garage. But really awesome stuff. So that's an exciting one. We don't normally see a semi-detached 2,700 square foot home with a double garage. Functionally, it's very similar to a detached. And you can even see that they put other instead of semi-detached, and I get that. I get that it's just completely different than anything else out there. We did see the detached home, similar size to this one, Mattamy version, like sort of 2,800 square feet. And very similar setup with the little courtyard, and that sold up in the 640s. The only difference is this one's joined a little bit, but it's way better. So aggressive price. They're going to do very well there. So Nairn Circle is $619, and so it is kind of basic. Like, the next worst thing to not having appliances in a house that you're selling for $600,000 is not unwrapping the bloody things. It's crazy. Like, you look at the laundry machines. I mean, would it have been that hard, first of all, to put the toilet seat down, but would it have been that hard to take the tape down, buy some cord, or buy some hoses to attach these? I don't know. To me, it's an okay size, a 43 by 100 foot lot. We've got over 2,500 square feet, but they even say great price, but it's not showing especially well. I think in that price range, you really have to be competitive. Yates is $629. And as far as I can tell, this model is a Vanderwood. If you type in Mattamy Vanderwood in Google, you could probably find the floor plan. How I can tell is that you've got a separate living room, which is in the front of the house. You've got a long living, dining, kitchen, breakfast, family in the back. You have a small den upstairs, which is usually at the top, right at the top of the stairs for the Vanderwood. The master is a little tricky to configure with the Vanderwoods. I mean, if you look at where you put your bed, there's no real central place for it. But overall, the floor plan is pretty good. It's the biggest floor plan that Mattamy puts on a 46 by 80 foot property. I think it's 3053 square feet. And so the price range jumps a little bit because of the order of these from the weekend, but we've got this one down at $354,900. And it's over on in the Green Life building. I gotta say, that's one of my favorite pictures of the Green Life, even though this solar panel really looks like it's very ominous. It doesn't look like that in real life. But nice HDR photography. You've got a 2-bedroom plus a den, and just the 2 bedrooms alone around this size have been selling in this price range too. So I think they've done great. I mean, if you look at some of the value for this one, the condo fees, how many 2-bedroom plus dens have you ever seen with condo fees of $95 a month? It's insane. So there's your den right there. So I think this represents excellent value. You're probably saving $300 a month compared to a typical 2-bedroom plus. If you go over to 100 Millside, you're saving $500, although that one includes utilities and cable. Let's just say you save $300. That's the difference of $60,000 on a mortgage. So if you had a $300,000 condo with $350 fees, and you had that one for just $100 fees, I mean, it's actually not that much different. So this is another listing for Dalgleish. We like it so much we put 2 listings in. That was my error. I apologize. And then we've got this one on Maddox, which is the last one of the day. And so it is a Queens Grove. It's like 3,500 square feet. It's got 2 staircases that go upstairs. There's your front room. You've got your kitchen with a tub sink, pot lights. And I think the color choices are very natural, neutral tones. I like the way they've set this one up. A little bit of style, a little bit of flash. They've done some work up in the laundry room. And on top of that, if you weren't using the laundry, you have an opportunity potentially to have your kids do their homework here. Or if you were a hobbyist, if you like to sew or anything, that could be a great space for you. And this is a shot that I've kind of disagreed with, is that you're not showing the backyard. You're showing a caged-in something or other. And I would say, it might be better to kind of show the full expanse of the yard here. It's about a 56 by 80 foot lot, so it's not especially deep, but you can't buy 56-foot lots anymore from the builders. And so it's got a little finished area in the basement, and it's $799. I actually think that this one's definitely in the zone. I had clients who bought a similar home a couple of years ago in the low 7s, and you figure there's got to be some kind of appreciation there. So it's a great looking home. That street looks terrific too. It was one of the first phases that Mattamy did where they had stucco and stone. They really started using some, we'll call them more desirable building materials versus just brick and vinyl and wood and stuff like that. So that's the list. If you have any questions, you want to see anything from any of these lists, definitely let us know. We're here to help you, and have a great day, and definitely come to the buyer class. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.